my name is Deigratia A, and we're here to talk about War Machine today.
Colonel James Rupert Rhodes, commonly known as Rhodey, is a U.S. military officer and jet pilot of the U.S. Air Force. His best friend is Tony Stark / Iron Man, and the liaison between Stark Industries and the military of Department of Acquisitions.
Having shown his worth during the Battle of Sokovia, in which he battled an army of Ultron sentries, Rhodes became a member of the Avengers under the leadership of Captain America. However, Rhodes soon came into conflict with his teammates when he and Tony Stark sided with Thaddeus Rhodes on the Sokovia Accords. This eventually led to a full-blown conflict between the heroes, with Rhodes taking his friend Stark's side. During the battle with Captain America, Rhodes was badly injured and nearly paralyzed from a friendly fire attack, forcing him to retire from hero work.
War Machine has a series of different suits. So the first one was Iron Man Mark II, which was basically Stark's first suit for War Machine, but it was not made for him at the time. It was just Iron Man's extra suit. And then War Machine Mark I was when War Machine brought the suit to the military and they put a lot of armor on it. And then War Machine Mark II was when Stark gave it a new reboot and put a lot of other things into it. And then Iron Patriot was basically just a new paint job. Celebrate, America. War Machine Mark III is just a new reboot. Looks a bit beefier and has a lot more weapons.
One of the differences in the origin of War Machine in the MCU versus the comic book is that James Rhodes met Iron Man or Tony Stark's back when he was in Vietnam trying to escape his initial captors. At that time, James Rhodes was a pilot that had crashed in the area, and they teamed up to escape. James sacrificed his vehicle, his aircraft, so that Iron Man could power up his suit and fight their way out and escape the island. What we have so far in the movie is that they're just longtime friends, and then, Rhodey just pops up in the movie, and, he's a good friend with Tony Stark, and eventually has to come save Tony Stark from some type of mental disorder, such as either alcoholism or just being a little bit more reckless than normal. That's pretty common through the MCU and the various versions we see in the video games and TV shows and comic books.
Rhodes / War Machine was one of the few humans in the Avengers and most superheroes in general, because he was a pilot that just found a suit, put it on, and became a superhero. Included with that suit are some very useless missiles put there. Probably like an Easter egg hinting that Hammer Industries was worse at making technology than the Stark Industries, and I think that just is a bit of a jab to them.
In the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is there anything that stands out about War Machine? Any particular scene, any particular action, weapon, or anything nice?
I think that what stands out the most in War Machine's whole personality is that he is very loyal. Whether you like the comic first story of how they met better or the MCU, they remain loyal. Rhodey remains loyal to Stark the whole way through, even through his alcoholism and his temper tantrums and, just not being a great friend. He stays loyal to him and, faces the consequences of being with Tony Stark because he's not a great person, but he's a really loyal person. What was your favorite suit from War Machine?
My favorite suit in War Machine is I like the look of the War Machine Mark I. This is when Rhodey takes it from Tony and gives it to the military for additional armor and additional weapons. And the reason why I like it is because it just looks rough and it looks like a traditional mech. You know, you got all this armor and it just looked big and beefy. When Stark redesigns it with the War Machine Mark II, it looks more sleek. You know, it probably has just as much armor and has just as much firepower, but it has a sleek look to it. And I like the rugged version, the rugged look that the War Machine Mark I had.
I am Black Sci-Fi.